Hey guys, I don't understand the one we are right now, and Nigeria is gradually collapsing. Why our leaders flares they live in luxury. Nigeria is finally going down. Tinubu's naira devaluation worsened. Cost of fuel importation as Nigeria spent 5.8 trillion naira in first 6 months of 2024. Data released by the National Bureau of Statistics and reviewed by Sahara reporters has shown that petroleum worth 5.8 trillion naira was imported into the country in the first 6 months of 2024, representing first and second quarter of the year. A review shows that in the first quarter of the year, 2.6 trillion naira was spent on fuel importation, while 3.2 trillion naira was spent in the second quarter. This development comes amid the fall of naira, which has made importation more expensive. For instance, the average exchange rate in January 2024 stood at 911.8. It, however, grew to 1,383 naira in February and 1,528 naira in March. In April, it went down to 1,272 and rose again in May to 1,434 and 1,489 in June. As of May 2023, when Tinubu emerged president, dollar to naira exchange rate stood at 462.5 naira. The higher cost of dollar to naira means that Nigeria continues to spend more on importation, even with the same quantity of products. Nigeria also suffers from non-functional refineries, with its 4 refineries failing to function, leaving Nigerians at the mercy of fuel importation. The government is relying on the newly built Dangote refinery and the refurbishment being done at the government-owned refineries will reduce the bleeding to excessive importation. Meanwhile, earlier today, Dangote Industries Limited has announced that it will export its petroleum products to Europe and other international markets if Nigerian oil marketers continue to refuse to purchase them. This decision comes after marketers complained to President Bola Tinubu about the negative impact of Dangote refinery's low price on their businesses. According to the Ivakume Edwin, the vice president of Dangote Industries Limited, the refinery is struggling to sell its products locally, with only 29 tankers of diesel being sold per day. As a result, the refinery is forced to import most of its diesel and aviation fuel. So the Dangote refinery, which has the capacity of 650,000 barrels per day, started naphtha exports in March, low sulfur straight run fuel oil LSSR export in May, and began selling diesel and jet fuel democratically in April. In June, it started exporting diesel, meeting European specifications. However, Edwin, who spoke on a Twitter Space session organized by Naira Matrix, emphasized that if local demand does not increase, Dangote Refinery will have no choice but to export its products, including petrol, which was recently added to its production line. So this move may lead to a significant shift in Nigeria's fuel supply and pricing dynamics. Petroleum product marketers in Nigeria have written to President Bola Tinubu to complain that the refinery's local price, which have dropped from 1,200 to 1,000 naira and now 900 per litre, are impacting their business negatively. So as a result of the poor local patronage, the refinery exports most of its diesel and aviation fuel, he said. Edwin had earlier in a radio program stated that if Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) refused to buy its product, the company will export it to the market that needed it. So he had said, we have been exporting aviation fuel, we have been producing kerosene, we have been producing diesel, but yesterday we started the production of PMS, so that was the large stage. That was the last stage, okay? The only thing now left out is petrochemicals. So the good news for the country is we have started producing petrol from our refinery. According to Daily Trust, when he was asked if the petrol would be sold locally, he simply said, well, I explained how there has been a kind of a blockage from lifting our products within the country. The traders have been trying to block it. And so now we have been exporting our petroleum products, the PMS. We are ready to pump in as much as possible to the country. But if the traders or NNPC are not buying the products, obviously we will end up exporting the PMS as we are doing with the aviation, jet and diesel, he declared. Edwin expressed surprise that the company started facing different challenges it never expected when the refinery was set to commence operations, noting that its philosophy of adding value to the economy is being frustrated. The philosophy is to take the crude and instead of exporting the crude, refine it and value export the value export the finished product and supply the finished product locally. But unfortunately for us, we started facing challenges with the crude supply. What is happening today? We are struggling to get the crude. We are now importing the crude from the US. We are importing from Brazil and from other parts of the world. So the whole philosophy has gone upside down. After all these decades, we are exporting crude, importing products. The same thing continue. We are not getting enough crude allocation and the crude is still being exported. We are faced or forced to import crude from outside. Yes, we are getting some crude locally, but it's not adequate. What a country. What a country. Well, I'm dropping it here, guys. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Please share this video. Let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what is happening today in the Nigerian political landscape. Thank you and bye for now.